I have clicked record.
On, I have a red light.
Okay, this is RV Lady, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful Pacific Ocean at the beach. And yesterday I was in Yuma, actually this morning I was in Yuma, Arizona, and now I am, here. Why? Because my house is on wheels. This is Adele Teeth, and she is in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Where is it flooding or no?
Not in my area. It's about 65 degrees, but it is raining.
Oh, okay. Well, it is not raining here in sunny California, and it's not really bright. It's like partly cloudy, but still an exquisitely beautiful day, and I'm very happy for that. Let's see. For those of you who don't know who we are the RV Women Hangout. We used to be, we are still on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, so does Adele. And you can go over and watch our videos over on YouTube and, get familiar with what we're doing. We have been doing the RV Women Hangout for over a year. I couldn't even tell you. I'd have to go back and look to see when the first one was. But the reason we're over here on Blab is because YouTube made it too complicated for us to get this done. And, we are not the sharpest tool in the shed. And we just wanted to be able to turn it on and voila, it works. And that's exactly what Blab has done for us. Hi, Russ. But as I said, you can go over. I'm RV Lady over on YouTube. I'm RV Lady here. I'm RV Lady on Twitter. And every Sunday, except holidays, we get together for 90 minutes and we talk about RVing as it pertains to women and the things that we do and the adventures that we're on and, stuff like that. So, basically, oh God, I just clicked a button and now sorry I did that. Okay, show callers. And here's Nana's Joy is back. You can also see Nana's Joy. She is currently in Florida. I was, last week I was in El Paso, Texas. And like 2 days before that, I was in Florida. So now I'm here in California where I'm going to be staying for the rest of the year, basically. Okay, so I went to Mexico and had dental work done. I needed it. And so I crossed at Yuma. We crossed the border there. It's a little town called What is it, Adele?
What is that?
I don't know what that is. Alba.
Was that button you pushed a little bit ago?
Los Algodones.
Algodones.
What is it?
Algodones.
No, I don't think that's right.
That's the way the Americans say it. It could.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to say it the way the Spanish say it, or the Mexicans say it. Am I the only one having a problem? Joe, what problem are you having?
I was hearing,
unable to connect to the network.
I was hearing a alarm.
Oh, I don't know what that was. It's not me. All I hear is ocean.
Yeah, it wasn't me either.
Okay. Nana's Joy, we're just going to blame you. Oh, she's gone.
Oh. You must be having some.
Okay, anyway, if you go on to Google or whatever your search engine is, if you put dentist, medicine, Yuma, Mexico, you're going to be barraged with all kinds of dentists, all kinds of doctors. It's just an entire town devoted to serving the needs of Canadians and U.S. citizens. That's all they do. I'm sure there's a few restaurants there, I don't remember seeing any bars. You can buy liquor. You can buy drugs. Well, not the kind that you can't bring across.
Antibiotics are big.
Yeah, I have a slew of them.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, you can go there and buy antibiotics. But anything that requires a prescription in America, you're supposed to have a prescription for. But since I went and had dental work, antibiotics kind of come with the territory. When I walked, well, I'll get to that. Basically, I arrived in Yuma last Monday and pulled into this rip-off RV place. We'll get to that in a video someday. And so I can warn everybody off that place. But I went over to Los Algodones on Monday. I crossed the border. I was only there for maybe 2-3 hours at most, walking around. I was looking for a dentist that I wanted to go to. I was kind of getting the lay of the land, you know, what's involved, how far do I have to walk, things like this. And these are the things that people have been questioning me about ever since I posted my video about going to the dentist. We'll get to what I had done in a few minutes. When you, Yuma is about 6 miles from Los Algodones, and the road to go to Los Algodones, see, this is why I can't speak Spanish, to this great little town, is actually in California. Now, it's not very far. I mean, it's on the A. You take the road, same name as the city, and you head south, and voila, there it is, in about 2 miles, if even that. Also, at that exit is a casino called something, but let's just call it the Q. It's like Quinchan, something like that.
An Indian group, yeah, a Native American.
Yes, and it's a casino that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for $10 for 3 days, you can park in their parking lot. They have no services except they have dumpsters. But they don't have any water or anything like that. You go into the casino, you pay them for 3 days at a time. If you go into, and you get a little card, when you go into the casino and gamble, they then give you credit. I deserve a lot of credit. They give you credit towards additional night stays. Okay, so $10 gets you started. It is probably, I would say, a mile, 3/4 of a mile to the Mexican border from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you like to walk, yeah, it's a good walk. It's a nice walk. Now, if you are staying in Yuma or anywhere else and you want to drive there, you can drive up to practically the border, just like any other border town. You know, this is your last place to do a U-turn. But if you turn right, there's a huge parking lot, again, ran by those Native Americans of that area, the same people that own the casino. And you pay $6, and it's all fenced in. They have security, and it is literally a stone I could throw, walk into Los Algodones.
Yeah, into town.
Okay, now some of you may have had border crossings where, yeah, you're in Mexico, but you're not anywhere near where you want to be. Well, that is not the case here.
Mm-hmm.
You cross that border, you go through the turnstile, and you're in. Mm-hmm. And it's dentist, optical, liquor. It's all there, and it's right there. There's no long waiting. Now, as to choosing a dentist, just like in America, when you graduate from dental school, what do they call you? Dr. Dentist. So there's some good ones and there's some bad ones.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to graduate in the bottom third of the class. So you have to kind of pay attention to that. Now, I went with an outfit called Sani Care Dental, SANICARE Dental, DENTAL.com. Now, I saw, here's my cheat sheet. I saw Dr. Mendoza. Okay, he was the dentist that I went to when I went to this Sani Care dentist place. Now, there are probably 100 dentists with this outfit.
Yeah.
A beautiful place. Over on my YouTube channel, I took video while I was in there waiting and took video of the inside, plus their website shows you exactly what's happening. Now, let me state this. Never been to a medical, person outside the United States. And certainly not a dentist. When you go to an American dentist, they make you feel like they're doing you the favor by fixing your teeth and charging you $1 bazillion.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
In Mexico, it is absolutely the reverse. They are kind, they are soft-spoken, they are concerned with your comfort, they want to meet all of your needs, they want to give you every option they can think of in order for you to be able to have the procedure done and leave your money with them. Okay. Now, in this little town, there is supposed to be something like 10,000 dentists. I'm serious. They're everywhere. It's like, 2-story buildings, dental. And if it's not dentist, it's glasses. And if it's not glasses, it's medical. And then it's just booze at that point. What I did when I went in on Monday, cruised around and looked, and I walked into dental offices and said, "Can I have your price sheet?" Can you imagine doing that in America? Can you imagine? Because I kind of had an idea, no I didn't, of what I wanted to have done. And so, but I didn't end up getting that done either. Basically, I walked in and I priced them all. And I was, $50. Yeah, I'd dump that dentist for $50. I'll dump that one for $100. I wanted, the most I could get out of my dollars. And not only that, I asked for a discount while I was there. When I decided on a dentist, they gave me an appointment at like 10 o'clock. They were like, "What time is good for you?" Like, yeah, 6,000 things can go wrong in the morning, so I'll take 10 o'clock. I walked in there at 10 o'clock. I was probably there 45 minutes. In that time, they did, you fill out the paperwork, 1 page, not 6,000, and the one covering, if I screw up, you will not sue me in a court of law. Who said that was okay? But anyway, filled out the paperwork, took 2 seconds, went into the first waiting area. Now, in the first waiting area, they have these people, and they come and get you, and they sit you down, and they say, I'm not a dentist. I don't have anything to do with that. What I am is like a concierge. Anything that you need, any if you want a bottle of water, if you have any questions that you think the receptionist should answer, don't go to the receptionist, come to me. And so, whatever it is that you need, if you're confused about anything, you can come to me. I can go to the dentist and basically, make sure that you are having an enjoyable experience.
He'll barter for you.
Oh my God. So I, had my meeting with this gorgeous Mexican girl with these, I mean, she was gorgeous. And then, not that that mattered, but, cheese. Then I went back out into waiting room 1, and within 5 minutes, they called me for my x-rays. Now, I've been at the dentist probably 10 minutes at this point. I go into a room, and they do the landscaping, what is that called? The whole thing, dental work. There's no shoving stuff in your mouth and all that. No, they just do the whole thing. X-rays at that facility, I want to say, cost $60. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, here it is. I want to say it cost $60 for the x-ray. I went to a dentist in November, a whole different story, but I went to a dentist in November and had the same procedure, but of course it took an hour and a half. They charged me $90. This place charged me $60. Okay, now, so I had my x-rays done. So then I'm to move to the next waiting area. And you go into this very plush, very nice leather furniture, white, big screen TVs. They have people just walking up and down the hallways cleaning, and a spotless place, spotless. And then other people who just walk up, do you need anything? Can I get you something? Is it too cold in here? Do you want me to change the TV channel? I'm like, I love this place. I want to live here. So I wait for 5 minutes, basically got into whatever Trump's doing on CNN and ignoring it. And then a guy comes, asks me if, my name. I say, yes. I go with him. Now, what he is the dentist's right-hand man, if you will, or right-hand woman, but I had a man. Every dentist has an associate that works with him or her, and that person is basically responsible for staying with you, the patient, the entire time, from that point on, until you leave and walk out the door. So I went back to the dentist's office, and they did impressions of, the upper and lower. And I'm so sorry. I forgot an entire step. There's a step after x-rays where you go into a dentist, and he has an assistant there as well. You sit in a chair, they look at your x-rays, they look at your mouth, and they give you options. Okay, they gave me 3 options of what I could do. And of course, each option had a price tag. So option number 1 was like $150, okay? And don't really remember what it was because I didn't choose that. Second option was, and let me tell you what was going on with my mouth. All my bottom teeth are fine. Okay, I mean, not fine. They have fillings and crowns and whatever. 60 years old, they've got some wear. But my top teeth, for whatever biological reason, started rotting from the back up to the front over the course of 40 years. Okay, so I would go to the dentist in America, have them do root canals, have them do crowns, root canals, crowns. I had deep cleanings. I had fluoride treatments. I had everything. I did everything. Oh yeah, Adele, are you watching what they're saying over here? Let me know if anybody has any questions.
I have. I'm trying.
Okay. So, I was really upset when I would go and spend, $1,500 on a root canal and a crown, and within a year and a half, it was like, we're really sorry, but that tooth has to come out.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean you can't take the crown out and start again? Oh no, there's too much decay. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So, basically, it ended up with me in Phoenix pulling a tooth over here, and a tooth down here. Now, I had this tooth down here pulled in Phoenix just because they were overlapping, and it just really bugged the crap out of me, and it wasn't comfortable, and I wanted to go. I wanted to take it away. And in California, they will not remove healthy teeth, or what they think are healthy teeth, or I have no idea what they're doing here, quite honestly. Okay, so had these teeth done and waited for them to heal. And then on my way back from Florida, I stopped in Yuma and ran down to Mexico to see what the story was down there. Okay, so I'm in the dentist's office. I'm with my dentist, who is Dr. Mendoza. Really sweet man. What a sweet man.
Did he speak English?
What?
Did he speak English?
No. But his assistant, well, he had as much English as I have Spanish. Okay? So I understand a great deal, and so did he. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't know what the words are to respond. Okay? So, we're having this conversation. His assistant speaks perfect English. Everybody speaks perfect English down there, by the way. And he would translate. If there was anything I understood, the assistant would translate for me. He was on this side, the dentist was on this side. That's why he's going like this. So they took impressions of my mouth, because what I had decided to do was I had only 5 teeth left here. 5.
Okay.
And they were, because there were no back teeth supporting them, they were very weak, and they had moved lower than the bone. I have a lot of bone for whatever reason. And so what I had chosen when I was in with the guy choosing, my third option was the permanent teeth thing. Okay. Now, I had the option of having these 5 teeth crowned, okay? And then they were going to put bridges on both sides of my face, okay, connected to these crowns. But what they said was that, and this was the $1,100 solution, by the way. That was the price tag on this. 5 crowns, the bridge work, plus the x-rays, so, you're there. But they said, very honestly, these 5 teeth won't last but another couple of years. And then they're going to get loose, and then they're just going to come out, and you will have wasted all this time pursuing this course. Where, if you let us pull them all, do a plate or a denture up on top, same price, then you have enough bone after you heal that you can come back and we'll do the permanent implants. After you heal, we'll do as many as you can afford at a time. Okay, now I want to say that each tooth costs $100. I do not know how many teeth I have on the top of my mouth, but I could rip out this little denture thing that I've got in and count them. I did not require a bone graft. Some people do. I did not. So I went ahead and let them extract the 5 teeth, and they did that the following day. The following day, they cleaned my bottom teeth, and that was $35. God.
My dentist won't look at me for less than 150.
Yeah, I was down in Florida, and they thought they were doing me a big favor at 185.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I question, were you, how much does this procedure cost? Okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting to how much it costs. Basically, okay, I had them do the top partial thing, whatever this is called. This, it's basically a denture. You know, it's like what I imagine, you know, the dentures are. This is what, but this is temporary. This is a temporary. And so they put that, they pulled the teeth, they stitched up the holes, because I had 5 holes in the front of my face. The rest of the teeth were gone.
Yeah.
So they put the denture, they call it a plate, denture plate, I guess. They put that in. Did it hurt? No. And why didn't it hurt? Because I was numb up to my eyeballs.
Yeah.
They numbed me for the cleaning down here, and then numbed me. Literally, my eyeball was numb. You know, it didn't make any difference. I could still see and move it and whatever, but it was still numb. He did this side more Novocaine than this side, because this side had the teeth that were in there the deepest, so he was going to really have to yank. Now, for those of you who want to be unconscious, you can be unconscious. $500, anesthesiologist comes in and you're unconscious while they do whatever it is that they're going to do. Now me, I'm way too cheap for that. And my feeling is numb me so I feel nothing and I'm down. So that was covered in the cost. You know, the Novocaine numbing thing was covered in the cost that they gave me altogether. Now, so I got the thing in. The dentist was so gentle and so concerned about my well-being. I mean, sincerely, you know, he would hold me underneath my chin and say, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" You know, it's probably the only words that he knew in English, but "Are you okay?" And then, yeah, go, do it. And so, but he was, you know, when they were pulling the teeth, and yes, I kept my teeth. You know, it was, the deep ones were deep. It was hard. It was bad. And so he kept wondering if I was okay because, you know, are you kidding me? So, and not only that, he asked me if I wanted to take a some kind of relaxing pill. I don't know what anything's called. It's like a Xanax, but it's not a Xanax, but it's something like that. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Just go. Do it. And so pulled the teeth, shoved this thing in there, and, you know, wanted me to just sit for 15 minutes while he just sat with me. And, you know, he wanted to see my face move, and he wanted to make sure that everything was fine before I left. And then he told me, you know, how long are you going to be in the area? And I said, I'm going to be in the area till Sunday. And he says, okay. He says, I don't work on Sunday, but if you think you're having any problems at all, come back, you know, and they'll call me and I'll come. And I was like, oh, no, it's okay. You know, I can wait till Monday. If I can wait till Sunday, I can wait till Monday. So he said after that, he says, if you get to Sunday and you're not having any problems, you'll be fine. Go. And he said, the only thing you're going to have to do is learn how to talk again. And that's really true. Yeah. When I was, you know, teenager, whatever, you know, 12, whatever, I had braces. After I got the braces off, after high school, I had them on 4 years. Or I guess the last year I was in high school, I had to wear a retainer, and two, you know, one on the top, one on the bottom. And so, you know, little did I know, I wore them for like a year. I didn't realize I was supposed to wear them till the end of time. So, yeah, who knows?
You don't want your teeth to move, you do.
Yeah. And I didn't understand that. And interestingly enough, from the time that I was 50 to the time now, 60, my teeth moved a great deal. And in my 20s, my teeth didn't move. In my 30s, my teeth didn't move. Of course, that's when I started yanking them all out. But anyway, had to put this thing in. It's a temporary. I can be like this for as long as I want. He said that I have sufficient bone up in my upper lip area that as long as I wear this thing, the bone will stay there. And then I can have the implants done, and they will make me plates according to what implants are done, or bridges, or partials. They'll make me partials for, whatever. Okay, how much did it cost? I know you're all dying to know. Okay. I paid $48 each for the extractions. Okay, so that's $240. $48 each. In the United States, they want $130, $140, $150 per tooth extraction. Okay, so $48 per extraction. And then the plate is $250. And then, here's Nan's Joy's back then. Hi, Nan's Joy, we missed you. And then the cleaning, I said, was $35. And then the x-rays were $60. So that was $635 is what I spent.
Which is nothing.
Huh? Oh, well, that's amazing.
Nothing compared to what I've had to spend.
It's you, Nana's Joy. You got something going on in your audio.
On my audio?
Yeah. It just started when you joined us. And there's something.
I'm gonna go out.
Gurgling.
No, just turn off your volume and see if it goes away. And yes, it went away. There's something going on with your. I think you're frozen now. No, you're not frozen. You're moving. There's something going on with your audio. Okay, I want to see who's calling. Colin Murphy. I'm not ignoring you, darling. I cannot let you in because you're a man. And we do not have men on the RV Women Hangout. And she's gone again. The reason we do not, for those who want to know the answer to this question, is...
Colin Murphy is saying she's a female. This is her cousin's... apparently that's her cousin's...
Okay, well, we'll see when you're on camera, Colin Murphy. So go ahead and call in. As long as you're female when you call in, I'm good. I don't care what you call yourself. Okay. But don't be a man. And that looks like a man. Hi, Colin.
Hi, Hugh.
Colin.
Okay, so they did price me for the implants, and $100 per, I don't remember what it was, quite honestly. $100 per tooth. Let's say there's 10. I don't know. Is that a good number? Does that seem right?
Well, would probably have, you probably only have maybe 6 that you would implant, maybe.
Oh, no. I do them all.
Okay, you're not partials up here?
No, I want them all. Well, partial is an implant. A partial, I know. And, the jargon will make you crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's bridges, and there's partials, and there's plates, and there's, oh my God. And all the time that I was walking around on my first day of being there, I was asking about partials, and everybody was giving me pretty much the same price, which was about $1,200 or $1,300. And that is like, they put 2 or 3 teeth together, and then they stick them. I mean,
it's glued in.
It's not glued in. I think it's screwed in.
Mine is, I had one put in several years ago in Algodones, and mine is glued in.
Okay.
Strong.
It's in there somehow anyway. And it's not something that you take, the dentists have to take it out.
Yes.
It's not something that you take off and on. So anyway, so that I could think about what my options for the future were going to be. Basically, you know, it was the same price. It's like, I want to say they would make me another plate, and that would be $250, and then the teeth at like $100 a piece. So somewhere $1,400.
Let me tell you, in the U.S., at a university dental clinic, I took my husband there. It was thousands of dollars. We're still not happy with what they did. Titanium screws are over $1,000 a piece. And that's what
in America.
Yeah, that's what America, I mean, that's what they charge you.
Yeah.
Then there's all kinds of other charges. But my dentist just did he repaired a tooth. My gold crown came off, and he wouldn't put it back on.
Cha-ching, that should be in your bank account now.
Right, and he said, well, I'll do that for $1,500. So he repaired the tooth, put some little pegs. I think they put little brass pegs or something in there to hold your filling. And he told me it was over $300 for that. He said the other day, he said, you can only go a short period without having that crown put on. So I'm thinking about going to Mexico, even when it's 115, and get this tooth.
Basically, I'm going to let my mouth heal.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and I said, do I take this out every night? Do I sleep with it in? And he said, when it gets loose, pull it out, wash it, put some more glue on it, shove it back in.
Yeah.
And, you know, he said, at no time should you just not have it in. And he said, that will keep this bone intact up here.
Right.
Okay. They have something called, let's see, Sterling Buffy says, I have titanium plates and screws holding my 5th and 6th cervical spine together. I am going to have them removed to pay for my funeral. Fun. That's really, really good one. I was, so basically I got out of there for like nothing. Now the most expensive price that they quoted me was on if they do everything with something called zirconium. Don't ask me. I don't know what it is. But it's supposed to be like the most magnificent thing that you can have in your face. And that to have my top done, $11,000. Okay, so I was like, yeah, there's really got to be a halfway point here. So the quote that I got were for porcelain teeth, and they have an array of pricing and different kinds of teeth. You know, I think they'll even put wood in if you want wood. You know, there's just, I was amazed. I was shocked. I was pleased. I was so happy that I went there. Now, a lot of the dentists, for those of you who might have, you know, the inability to stand in line across the border or whatever, I mean, you have to have a passport.
Yeah.
But what they do is they, like the place that I went to, they, Nick, you're a man. So unless it's
don't allow men on the
we don't have men here.
Hey, Sandra Birdie has asked, does having the plate affect your taste? How does your food taste with this plate in?
I don't really know how to answer that question, and here's why. It's because they ripped 5 teeth out of my face, and my upper jaw hurts so bad that the only things that I can really eat are the same foods that I was eating before with no teeth, really soft foods, soups, tofu, things you don't have to chew. Basically, until this stops hurting, the back doesn't hurt at all. Now, miso soup to me still tastes the same. I like miso soup with tofu. It still tastes the same to me, and I like it. It's good. The taste didn't change. My other choices are like, okay, I made rice and put cheddar cheese in it. Yeah, that was to die for. That was great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yogurt still tastes the same. So I'm going to go with it probably didn't. But I'm not, like, into food. I eat because I'm hungry and I don't want to be hungry, so I eat.
But you wouldn't know when something tasted like a chemical.
No, all your taste things are in your tongue. There's nothing wrong with my tongue.
Right.
So you're not really tasting anything. I like miso soup with tofu. You're not really tasting anything with your teeth or your upper plate. So everything's in your tongue. So everything's going to taste the same. Now I do have a lisp that I'm hoping will go away after I practice talking more. And they say that that's going to go away. Does your upper plate cover the roof of your mouth? Yes, it does. So, it's just like what you see. Well, here, let me show you an example. This is how nice this dentist was to me. And I'm assuming nice to everybody. When I was sitting in the waiting room, after I was done, I requested my records. I wanted all of my records put on a CD so that I could have them with me, my x-rays, all the whatever. And they were like, yes, we could do that for you.
Wonderful.
I'm like, ask your dentist for stuff. It is like you have asked for their left nut.
Right.
It's insane. Oh, that's going to cost you $50 for the x-ray.
Yeah.
Email them to me. So anyway, does the upper plate cover the roof? No. Yes. Okay, this is the bottom plate that they made for me, that the dentist came out while I was in the waiting area, waiting for my records, that I went to that little girl and said, can I have my records, please? And she said, yes, I'd be happy to get those for you. Kidding me?
People are on happy pills.
This is the lower plate. Okay, because they make an upper and make a lower, so they can make the whatever and the plate, and they can match it to your bottom teeth so everything, grinds right. He came out and gave it to me. And here it is. This is my bottom teeth. And the reason he gave them to me was impression, very good. The reason he gave it to me is so I wouldn't have to do it again. He says, when you come back, just bring this, make sure you bring it, and then they won't have to do that again in order to do whatever it is that's going on at the time. So I love him. He's like
very nice.
Really, really nice guy.
An excellent doctor.
Yeah, his name is Mendoza. God only knows how many Mendozas they have there, quite honestly. I wouldn't know. But he gave me this, and then the place gave me this card. Okay. My guarantee is 5 years.
Oh,
Just 5 years. On the work that I'm having done on this 5 years. So if this fails, I go back, they make me a new one for free.
Now,
man.
did he say that once you heal and it drinks back a little bit, because they always do,
Right.
he would realign?
Yeah. I'm going to go back
You get a realignment for that?
Well, I'm going to go back in December, and then I'm going to, well, this is what I'm thinking now. God only knows what I'm really going to do. You know, I don't know what I'm doing from one moment to the next. But I was going to, if I hadn't decided to go ahead and start the procedure for the implants, then I'm going to have him make me a permanent this, and then wait a couple years or whatever, and then do it. But I don't know what the difference is between a permanent and a temporary. I know this is a temporary. The permanent one's going to cost me another $250, and they need the impression in order to do that. So I don't have to get impressions done when I go back. And then in the event that they lose my records, or I don't know, Mexico gets taken over by Donald Trump, I have my x-rays, and so I can go to another dentist in Mexico and also all the stuff that I had done. And if you want to call these people, get ready to write down their phone number. You can find them online. But what's really nice is you don't call into Mexico and have to pay whatever that fee is for calling into Mexico. They have American phone numbers. Are these people wonderful or what?
Wow.
Okay. I'm just so blown away by the fact that this was a service actually worth paying for. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the dentist and it just killed me paying. Killed me.
Me too. Gosh.
But here is the toll-free phone number.
Okay.
It's 855 SANI DDS. Or you can call 928 257 1307. And yes, I paid in dollars. Interesting. The dentists, the crappy dentists, okay, this is what I've understood, is, let me phrase it. All the dentists that you go to, they want half up front or whatever. They want a portion of it up front, and they want it in cash, American.
Yes.
Then the crappier dentists will make you pay in cash again.
Oh yeah.
The better dentists will take credit cards. You pay the 4%, whatever that's called between countries fee, based on the total. So 4% of your total is for the exchange rate. And but these people, you can pay with credit card and pay that 4%. You can pay in cash; they don't care. Or you can write a check. Who takes a check now?
My Mexican dentist would not take anything but cash. He said there are so many Americans that will charge their credit card, and just as soon as they go across America, they call their bank and tell them that's an illegal charge. Their checks bounce. So I believe that.
That's not very good. These people, I paid them initially $440 in cash. I paid them on my first, after my first visit. When I came back at the end, I wrote them a check for $145. That was the end. So what is that? 5, 6.
Almost 6.
8. So I wrote him a check for $145. They didn't bat an eye. I don't know how many people write checks there, but I was surprised, quite frankly. I was really surprised. And had actually prepared to pay them in cash, thinking that this was just like a big joke on me. But no, I saved my cash, and it's still in my wallet now. In case I needed it while I traveled from Yuma to California. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. Okay, I spent $30 at the casino. My God, don't go to the casino. Oh. It is, no matter what slot you play, and I play the slots, but I like the poker slots. Mm-hmm. They just take your money. There's no pretending that you're climbing. No, there's no, oh, you win, a pair of jacks. That'll be, 2 cents. But they just, I lost that $30 within an hour. Yeah. Maybe less. Yeah. And I don't do that. But I ended up at the penny slots. And same thing. Penny at a time. Took it away. Don't go to the casino. It's horrible. I'm kind of used to the California casinos where they want you to win so that you will tell your friends and come back, as opposed to what I'm doing is telling my friends, don't go there. There's no win in there. But everybody at that casino parking lot that you pay $10 for 3 days, they're all there for some kind of medical procedure, dental procedure, whatever down there. That's what they're doing. Now, I had, does anybody have any questions with the information that I've given you so far? Go.
Where did you park your RV after your dental work? Did you go out into the BLM land?
No. I stayed at the casino for 3 days.
Okay.
I stayed in Yuma for 3 days. So I was there for 6 days altogether. And, I had my procedure done on Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, and then this morning I left. Because nothing went wrong. So I left. Okay, question. How long since you had the teeth pulled? Wondering how long it hurts. Yeah, me too. Basically, what the dentist said was, until that thing falls out of your face, leave it. Don't touch it. Don't mess with it, whatever. So it actually fell out of my face yesterday.
Make sure you clean your mouth really well because you can get infection. Clean that place.
And I have the mouthwash that they prescribe, and so I'm doing that. And so I wash the device really well, and then rinse out my mouth really well. Basically, just kind of felt I was looking for like dried blood yuck.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I got that out of there. And then I put way too much glue on the denture thing.
Yeah, you did a little bit.
Oh my God. I loaded it. Shoved it in my face. And the thing was hanging down here because I had so much glue on it. So yeah, just a little bit of glue. And so I had to take it out after I glued it in, but it wouldn't go all the way in. That's because all that glue was there. And so I took it out, and where was all the glue? In my mouth. I put it in the channel around the teeth, on the little hook thing for the middle of my mouth. I put glue on everything, and it took me probably a half an hour to get all the glue out of my face.
Yeah.
And then I used a little bit. Okay, I went online and I looked. I'm embarrassed to say that, but truly I did. I went online, I looked to see what the recommended, amount of glue was, and it was like 1/10 of what I used.
YouTube has all kinds of videos to help you. YouTube, if you go in for dentures or whatever, they have all kinds of videos for that. For the algodones, there's even people that have videoed algodones. dental and told told them exactly what you have said. But that is on YouTube. If you're really interested.
If you go over to my channel on YouTube, you can see there's like a picture. Which one? Okay, there's a picture of the waiting area, and that would be the second waiting area. Leather furniture, really comfortable, big TV. It was fabulous. I kind of was sorry that I didn't get to stay there longer.
I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. It wasn't like that in 2004 when I was there.
Oh, and the town is just so cute and quaint, and I loved it. It was just, it's all those great colors. I don't know why in America we don't use the colors. Okay. Any problems with gagging? The father of a friend got dentures and lost a ton of weight. Because they made him gag. Okay, no, they don't make me gag. This was 40 years ago. They probably come a long way. Yeah, no. The only time that I gagged was during the procedure itself, and it was when he was
putting that gel in there.
He put a bunch of gel in there and shoved the denture on, and then it started slipping down my throat, and I was like, no, and I started gagging to get rid of whatever that was, because I wasn't putting it in my body.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Right.
And he immediately sat me up. They stopped working, because it took him probably 30 minutes to take the impression that was made. I mean, the thing that was made, the plate that was made from the impression, and then make that fit my mouth. Yeah, probably 30 minutes. And then he sent it back to the lab so they would polish it up and make it nice. And so,
Did you notice that your saliva run when you put the plate in? Do you have more saliva?
No.
No?
But, I'm still at that healing phase. So, and this is going to be gross. Everything feels slimy and bloody. And I've actually never experienced that. But I find myself taking baby wipes,
Yeah.
and just running them across just to get that sliminess off.
Yeah, my husband did that all the time. He just
that's not fun. So I'm hoping that gets away. I'll say any problem with gagging? Yeah, no, not with the denture. I haven't had anything. Now, and the only thing that I can truly say was this morning, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and my stomach was queasy, and I thought I was going to throw up, which made me think, holy crap, what do you do when you throw up and you got this thing in? Does it come out and go down? Well, what's the deal with that?
If you vomit and it's strong enough to throw your denture out, you better catch it, because those things break very easily.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get one of those like strainers and throw up in those things now. But I so rarely throw up, and it was just kind of really odd this morning. And I didn't know what that was about. But the only thing that I can think of is the glue stuff and whatever healing gook is going on in there. Just to my stomach and sat there and said, yeah, I don't think so.
It could.
So, I didn't throw up, but, when I feel like throwing up, the only thing that stopped me literally was I didn't know what was going to happen with my teeth. I didn't know. So I just decided I wasn't throwing up.
Throwing up into an RV toilet, it's not going to go down, down, down. You have to.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
you got to fish it
your
out.
teeth in the toilet. I don't.
Have gloves. Get gloves. Yeah. If you're going to have this kind of procedure, get gloves. But
I will tell you something. Your face really filled out. You really filled out.
And not only that,
Yeah.
wrinkles went away.
Yeah.
They did here. I had wrinkles. I still have wrinkles, but they're not nearly what they were before this.
Right.
And I told him, I said, yeah, I'm just going to come back. Know that when I was talking to the dentist, I had Novocaine face. And so it wasn't really moving. And I said, isn't it possible to make something so that it just lifts everything up? He was like, no. But he says, I'll start working on it.
Not in this office.
Yeah, they have doctors in that town, not only dentists, but they have obstetricians, and glasses are supposed to be a great deal. They have, I'm looking for my notes. I was visited yesterday by Winter Nomad, and I don't know if you guys are familiar. She's over on YouTube. Okay, she and her husband or companion, I don't know if they're married or not. I hate making those assumptions, but they were in Yuma, and she said, oh, I wish I would have known you're in Yuma. And I said, well, I'm at this Quitchan whatever casino. If I'm not in my RV, I'm in the casino, because this was Friday, Saturday. I think they came yesterday. Is that right? God, it all, when you travel, it all just becomes a blur.
Yeah.
But I think it was yesterday. Her name is Pam, and she came and visited me. I was so happy. And what was really interesting was I had, over on my YouTube channel, I was in a wind storm. It had to have been 50 miles an hour. I have a fiberglass roof on my RV, and it unseated it and lifted it. So the next morning, I had to go and do that. And I was literally, I had gotten done with it. I had glue all over myself. But I was literally coming to pull the shade down so I could take a shower and make sure the door was locked. And there she was. She was walking up to my RV. So, I had already taken off my gooey clothes and just put on, and, they came in, they stayed and visited for, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't even know. It was fabulous. But, we talked about this dental work. She and Lacey is her companion. I don't know if they're married again, but they had gone down there and had all kinds of stuff done.
Oh,
he had knee things done, knee injections, and basically the doctor took his blood, put it in the centrifuge, and extracted whatever, only the plasma out of it, and injected that into his knees. And he goes back like once or twice a year and has them do it again, because it's so fabulous. And he was like almost crippled with knee problems. And they brought him back. She goes for chelation. Okay. Anybody interested in chelation? Now, chelation is basically the cleaning of your blood and getting the toxic chemicals out of your blood. Okay, so, there it is. Of course, as they were talking, I was writing all this down. His name, if you're interested in chelation, his name is Dr. Diaz, and, he's over there too. But apparently not right in the downtown area, but they will meet you with a car and drive you to the office. And most of the good dentists down there have that service, where they will meet you at the border and drive you to their office. Now, the dentist that I went to, it was like across the border, and it was like 2 blocks on the left. So, no big deal.
yeah.
But for have trouble walking or whatever, they do service to their dental office, and then they drive them back to the border crossing. Now, while I'm on that subject, well, let me cover the chelation. Okay, that was it. I want to say, Dr. Diaz has a very, 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 very long waiting list. And very, very long. It took her, for her initial visit, she sat there, I think she said for 9 hours waiting to get in.
Ooh.
And then she's been back, I think 1 or maybe 2 times since. And it's a little easier now, but it still involves hours and hours. You, or whatever time your appointment is, you cross that border. The border opens at 6 o'clock in the morning. Cross that border, you go to their office and you say, I am here. And everybody has to do that so they know how their schedule is going to go for that day. Because there are a lot of people who make appointments and they don't show. Yeah. Okay. And apparently not with Dr. Diaz. It's people show up for them. So I'm gonna try and do it. I've always wanted to do that. And she says, Winter Nomad says it has made just a life change for her. She feels better. She doesn't have any pain. She doesn't have any arthritis. All the things that the American doctors told her, didn't happen. She has a friend who does it, who has a heart condition and calcification on valves, like I do. And the calcification on the valves went down 35%. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I'm on. That's me. Let's see what else. Oh, crossing the border. Going into Mexico, no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, coming back from Mexico, the first day that I went, which was Monday, I waited in line an hour and a half. And they said that was a short day.
Yeah. We've waited hours before.
Yeah. And people, they line up.
And it goes
through streets and all kinds of stuff. And you can be standing for hours waiting.
Yeah.
In the sun.
Yeah.
Meeting.
Yeah.
Now, once you get closer, when you get within an hour, they have a cover, a screen, so that the sun's not beating down on you. And then all the time you're standing there, people are trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah.
All kinds of vendors come up and try to sell you whatever. And but it can take you hours. Now, when I went for my first appointment with the doctor for my x-rays and whatever, it was at 10 o'clock. I was done by, let's say, 11. Walked through the line, lickety-split, no problem. Just walked up, walked through. It was fabulous. The next time I went, after my procedure, I think, I waited in line probably only 30 minutes. Now, my appointment was at 11 in the morning, so let's figure it took an hour, hour and a half. So we're at 12:30, and it took me 30 minutes to get across. And you're standing there the entire time. For people who have walkers or whatever, they don't care that you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. Just like the dentists. Okay, in America. Okay, yeah. The office that I went to was beautiful. It was so clean.
Mm-hmm.
So clean. And I'm one of those people. Okay, yeah, everything on the surface, kind of looks clean, but I look under stuff. And I look at the back of the doors. And what is amazing is I have never been to a doctor's office or a dentist's office that when you look at the back of the door, black fingerprints just on the back of the door because they're grabbing the door and closing it, or whoever. I don't know. They're working on cars in the parking lot and then coming in and working on your teeth. I don't know what they're doing. But I looked in the back of doors. I went in the bathroom.
How was
Spotless.
the bathroom? Was the bathroom okay?
Oh my God, the bathroom was spotless, beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, for those of you who think you cannot put toilet paper in a, the Mexican plumbing thing, yeah, you can put toilet paper down the toilet. So, just so I tell you that. After I came out of the bathroom, a cleaning woman, went in and cleaned it.
Yeah.
For the next person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I love that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was just top notch, and they just couldn't have been nicer or sweeter or more accommodating. They worried about your comfort always. I mean, if you felt you were waiting too long in the waiting area, you would go to, the gal that I went to, my concierge, I called her my concierge, and not that I did this, but you would go to that person who's been assigned to you and say, it's been like 20 minutes or it's been like 15 minutes. Now, when I went for and know that I was having anxiety. I was going to lose the last 5 teeth on the top of my mouth. That was a little, and she walked by, and I said, is he running behind? And she's like, oh, let me go. Because he was, my appointment was for 11, and it was like 11:18. And I just wanted to know what was going on. I was perfectly happy, but, just wanted to know what was going on. So, and American dentists, yeah, they don't feel bad. Oh, yeah, I overslept. Sorry, it's going to be behind like 3 hours now. Yeah. Really? And you want me to pay you at the end? Now, I don't have the advantage of small town dentistry, and I've experienced small town dentistry, and it's very nice, and they're mildly concerned with how you're feeling or whatever. But I have just never experienced anything like this ever involving medical care. Where, okay, maybe an emergency room. An emergency room, they're pretty cool. But basically what they're doing is, when I go into an emergency room, it's because I've broken something, so they load me up with morphine or whatever. And I sit there just as content as can be and wondering why my face is numb. But it was great. It was fabulous. Now, the other thing, and the reason I'm telling you this is because Winter Nomad went to a dentist, her dentist down there, and they didn't do this, and she really liked it. And so she and Lacey are going to start going to the Santee dental place. And when I was finished with everything, they took another x-ray. So each x-ray was actually $30. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I had an x-ray on the way in, initially. And then when I had everything done, they x-rayed me again. And that was it.
You have a question.
I went to the pharmacy. Here was the bad part. I went to the pharmacy because I thought they were giving me like painkillers, okay? Like a Vicodin or something like that. What they basically prescribe, and it's because you can get it across the border without any hassle, is Motrin.
Yeah.
And Aleve.
Mm-hmm.
But, and you have to get mouthwash and pick up the antibiotics. I spent, I think it was somewhere $30 getting whatever that piece of paper said that he said, go get that. Where is it? Oh, I don't know. Wherever that piece of paper is. He said, go get this stuff, and I said, okay.
Well, now, when I used to get antibiotics, I would get amoxicillin, ampicillin, all kinds of things. They were $5 or $6 a bottle of 100, I think it was.
Yeah. They give you a ton. I'm supposed to take like one every 8 hours, and I probably have 100 capsules. Am I taking that to the end? No.
No.
I'm taking them for 5 days, and then I'm not taking them anymore.
You have
only because it's all good. Yeah.
You have a question in the chat there. They're wanting to know if SaniDentalGroup.com is correct.
SANI. Yeah, DENTAL. Yeah, group.
And
That's the website, I think. Fanny Dental Group. Yeah, I think that's right.
Did you eat anything in Mexico is the next question.
I did not eat anything, no. And basically because they're not on the Mediterranean diet. Now, I did buy a bottle of Kahlua.
yeah,
And let me get it. Hold on.
I ate in Mexico, never had a problem. I ate everything. Didn't drink their water. There's
See
your
that?
it's a big
Here's the coffee
bottle.
cup. Here's the Kahlua bottle. Okay. $7.50.
Yep, that's what I paid for it too. Yeah.
That's like free. In the States, that would probably cost $30 or $40. I'm going to go look to find out.
Yeah.
But $7.50. Yeah. I didn't buy any other liquor. Let's see, what else? I
Didn't get any
I
Mexican.
didn't buy any jewelry. I didn't buy any clothes. I didn't buy anything.
Didn't buy vanilla. Didn't buy vanilla.
No, I didn't even buy vanilla. I don't bake. I don't cook. I mean, I don't cook using vanilla.
I used to buy vanilla. It was wonderful.
It is really wonderful. Oh, I've bought it in the past.
Yeah.
My daughter's bought it in the past. I think she's got a huge bottle of it in her house. And yeah, it tastes good. I like it. I wouldn't use it if I had it. I don't have any use for it. I mean, other than to flavor oatmeal.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could have.
Yeah.
But no, that's it. Did you get the name and number of the man who called you beautiful? No. I flattered myself in thinking he was talking to me. He could have been talking to anybody. And, you know, that was a vendor, and their job or their livelihood is based on making you stop and buy stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I wasn't buying anything, but that's pretty funny. No, I didn't eat any of the food there, though I understood it was great. There are no street vendors selling food, like in some of the Mexican border towns you've gone to, like Tijuana. None of that. There's no street tacos. There's none of that. There's no churros. There's no donkeys painted like zebras. There's none of that. There's nobody selling those ridiculous sombreros. There's just none of that. It's all very professional, very nice. I mean, sure, they're taking jewelry and whatever they have, their wares, and like, you know, dangling them in front of your face. They, you know, don't you want this? And I said, yes, I do. And I walked away. I put it in my hand. And he was like, no. And I said, well, you said, don't you want this? And I said, yes.
Oh, Lissy!
No, it's a baby. Oh, really? Gee, I didn't know that.
Oh, God.
I didn't walk very far. I wasn't walking very fast. And he was just really surprised that I did that.
Yeah.
You know, that I just grabbed it and kept walking. No, I was never uncomfortable because I was alone. Not for a minute. I didn't feel like anybody was watching me. I didn't feel like anybody was stalking me, you know, gonna rob me, gonna, you know, push me down into an alley and whatever. No, I had no feeling like that at all. They had, there's a big drugstore / liquor store. They're all drugstores / liquor stores.
Is it purple? Is it the purple?
The big purple building, they actually, and that's pretty close to where you go across to get in the line for the border, for the border crossing. But they have armed security guards that stand out in the street. They're not in the store. They're on the street. They're going to shoot you on the way out. But the Mexican police, very present, walking around, not driving, just walking up and down the streets, basically. You know, it's that kind of town that you can choose to walk in the street or you can choose to walk on the sidewalk. Nobody's going to say anything. There are stop signs on every corner. So I believe everybody has to stop when they're in cars. There's not a lot of cars. And you can tell that people who are driving the cars are locals. You know, they're trying to get to their job or they're trying to get home or something like that. They're locals. There weren't a lot of tourists driving. Everybody pretty much left their car over in that parking lot,
Right.
And paid $6. It cost $6 to leave home. But, you know, everybody pretty much left their car there and just walked over. I mean, to walk over, it's 200 feet. You're there. Done. Just signed in, RV lady. You look like you've lost weight. I have lost 12 pounds, but more importantly, I have top teeth now. And so what it did was it took a lot of wrinkles and whatnot and gave me this jaw support that I really didn't have before. And so that's why I look differently. That's why, I mean, I noticed it immediately. I mean, okay, not immediately. I noticed it after the swelling reduced about 50%.
Yeah.
But still, in the morning, I wake up, and this is swollen here. This area here is swollen still, and that's from where they took the teeth. And the places that hurt the most are where he did the injections of the Novocaine. That pretty much goes with the territory. You know, for any dentist that I've ever been to, that's the part that hurts. But before he was doing the Novocaine shots, he was really generous with that numbing gel. I mean, really generous. And, you know, in America, you'd think that it's the same price as gold with dentists. I get on the end of a Q-tip and go like this, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Now you're going to stick that thing in my face?
A needle that long.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I will never, ever go to an American dentist again unless I'm unconscious or dead. I just won't. There's just no way. But that's why my face looks different, because, you know, it's supporting my cheekbones now, which makes my face look longer instead of circular and smushed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I cannot say enough great things about going over there and the way I was treated. Now, without a doubt, no. When I was talking to my dentist, Dr. Mendoza, he was shocked that I was there alone. But his assistant was more shocked. He couldn't believe that I was there by myself. What do you mean you're here by yourself? Then I was talking to them while we were waiting for them to repolish, whatever. And I'm like, you know, looking like some weirdo thing. But we were talking about RVing full time, and you know, they were like, "And you do this by yourself?" You know, I don't know why people are amazed by this, but you know, they are now dreaming about living full time in an RV and traveling throughout their own country.
Oh.
You know, they don't want to go to America. They want to go to the Yucatan. So basically, this has given me, there are so many Canadians that go down to that town.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking I have to save up for a trip and the dental work. For those people who are flying in, I believe, I mean, the dentists make sure that you have transportation from the airport, that you have a hotel room. I'm not certain that that's not covered in their fee. The way they were making it sound, and of course they pick you up at your hotel, bring you back, to your hotel after your procedure is done. Then they drive you back to the airport for your flight. I mean, what has taken me so long to go down there? I am so excited. Now, I can't go to the Yucatan until October of 2017. But I'm going. And I'm going by myself. And I'm driving my RV. And I'm going to say, Buenos dias, everybody. I am here. I love them. And, if they kill me, they kill me. Whatever. But good night, Russ. Thanks for coming by. See you next week. Yeah, I can't say enough about how clean it was, how nice they were, how their procedures are the same, if not better, than the dentists in America, if not better.
Well, now, what I have found when you cross the border, I've been to Nogales, which was a drug place, and I didn't realize it. We could have been shot in the street. I've been there. There's no Americans there. I've been across the border there at Yuma. It's not Algodones, but it's the one before, another.
San Luis.
Yes, San Luis. Not like Algodones. None of them are like Algodones. None of them.
San Luis turned into a mecca for 18-year-old drinkers, American drinkers, because you can drink over there. And so what happened with San Luis is apparently you drive down whatever the name of the highway is, and you have to take a right-hand turn. It is no road, right-hand turn. And what is that called when you're turning? Okay, I don't know. But so many people kids would go down there, get drunk, and miss that turn once they were back in the United States, and they were dying.
Yeah.
They were losing 25, 30 of them a year. And so the police started cracking down, because that used to be, it wasn't what Los Albagones or whatever it is. It was a little different, but they had dentists and doctors there. But basically all those dentists and doctors moved. Mm-hmm. And there are very few there, and basically a drinking mecca for young people. So it's kind of interesting. Hope the whole thing was recorded, since I so sadly missed it. Yes, I have recorded it, and we have 2 more minutes left in our 90-minute session of the RV Women Hangout. I swear to God, next week we're really going to talk RVing. I just got on my YouTube channel so much response to this. People are private messaging me and sending me emails, what did you have done? How much did it cost? Da, 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 da. But I thought, I'm just going to use this time to, explain everything so that everybody knows what's going on. But we have 2 minutes. If anybody has any questions, this is the time to get them in. If not, then that'll be the end of our show. Thanks so much for telling us your experience was great. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
And yes, this is being recorded. When I started the program, I said that I have not uploaded last week's RV Women Hangout. And that's because my Verizon hotspot would only give me 2 little bars, the little bars. So basically, it was going to take 4 hours for it to download to my computer, and God only knows how long it would have taken to upload it to YouTube. Yeah. But just a little video, like 4 minutes or whatever, I think it was 68 minutes. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. So, I'm behind. I mean, I've got a backup of videos to put up, but I'll get to it. I need to be brave and get some dental work done. I'm telling you, if you go there, it's gonna be like, why didn't I come here years ago?
Yeah.
Tell Dr. Mendoza that you sent us. Can you get a free tooth? That is so cute. No, I did not tell him about RV Lady and YouTube and all that stuff. Basically, because English is like barely his second language.
Yeah.
So even his assistant was interpreting for him. Just the word RV, he didn't know what that was. What is that? I don't know what that is. And so, his assistant says a motorhome. And he's like, I don't know what that is either. And I said, a house on wheels. I said, a casa on wheels. I did this. Casa on wheels.
Drive it.
So, and he was just like, yeah, I like that. And I think he was hitting on me a little. Not really sure. I don't know why he would. But, I mean, my face was numb and like all skewed from the numbness and the teeth pulling and whatever. And I can't imagine that was an attractive thing. But, yeah, if I would have said, yeah, come with me, he would have. I think he would have. He would have said, yeah, I'll go. Come pick me up when you're going to the Yucatan. I'll go. Which would be great to have my own personal dentist, I gotta tell you. It'd be nice. But that's it. Yeah, that's it for today's show. Thank you all for coming. And if you have any questions, go over to YouTube and drop them off. Save them for next week. We'll be here next week on Sunday at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern time. And we'll see you then. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Be brave. Bye. Hang up.
I can't get the daggone thing to hang.